No, I'm not having coffee at all. Welcome to the bait shop, folks. Buck here, coach. Am I having coffee? I was ready to have some coffee, but no, I'm not having coffee. Welcome. Welcome to the bait shop, my friends. Buck here. Another Saturday night. We're going to do some fishing still. We're still down in the Amazon. Like I've been saying all along, this is a lot of water down here. There's a lot to fish. We could fish here for a long time. So, most of the folks in the Discord channel are up to that level. 68, I believe, is where we're at here. They're all in their 60s here. So, I thought it would be a good idea to hang out here at the Amazon for a couple of fishing with bucks, and let's, hit a couple of good spots out here. I hope I got my mic off. Yeah, it looks like everything's working right there. Because there's so many of them. So we got a couple of. Instead of just going after a specific targeted fish, what I thought tonight we'd do is we just pick two spawn-in points. So we're gonna pick on the abandoned temple. That is a spawn-in drop zone that a lot of people overlook, and it's shallow, very shallow. I think the deepest part in the middle of it's maybe 6 feet deep, 7 foot deep. Most of it's 5 foot. Around the edges where a lot of the panfish are, your araku and banded arakus, your flagtail. Around the edges there, you're talking 15 inches of water or less. Or at least that's where you want to be fishing your depth anyway. So we're gonna hit a bunch of that stuff up over there. Run through the gambit, bottom rods versus, and one of the other reasons why I picked the abandoned temple is one of the harder fish to come across on this waterway is the red-tailed barracuda. We don't have trophies, we don't have unis of these guys. It's basically common, and they're hard to find. Once you find them, once you get them, it's not bad. You can catch them if you know where they are, but they're not all over the place like a lot of these other fish are. So the abandoned temple is one spot that you can get this red-tailed barracuda. So we'll give that a whirl, see if we can pick him up also tonight. The other one is going to be the stilt hut. So it's basically just a dock in the middle of nowhere on a rather one of the rather larger, I would say the medium-sized bodies of water in this maze of waterways. So there's a lot of fish there. There's a lot of fish in these, and we'll talk about that when we get back. Because we've got something to talk about in the news this week. Yay! So, if you got everything squared up there, Buck, let's see if we can actually get over there with it working all right. How's it look over there? Oh, doesn't look too bad. Let's go over there. No. All right, guys. We got our. Uh-oh. We're going to lose our wonderful music because I can't see my Steam. Maybe I could bring the Steam up on top of. I think it'll make the fishing planet go away. Yeah, it did. All right, we're quiet for a while. Peaceful. All right, guys. Before we dive into this thing, let me give you my 2 cents on, and you know me, I'm going to give it to you or not because I got the control. But you can always turn me off. Not a problem there. Here's what I'm thinking. Everybody, and I waited till this all come out, till we got to this point to see if I was on target or not. I think I might be on target with this one. So that's why I'm going to talk about it finally. Everybody's always saying, Buck, when's the new map coming out? When's the new map coming out? Nobody knows when the new damn map's coming out, except for the developers. And I'm not so sure they're very firm on the date. However, in a company like this, you got milestones that you have to set on a release delivery cycle on a software package. So they had this date that they were going to release, and they had these milestones and the milestones that they did for us and that's how they managed us, the users, was these dev diaries. All right. So if they obviously had four of these milestones that they were going to lay out for us during the deployment of this release to keep everybody teased up, to keep everybody going, and yet to keep everybody calmed down. It's called management. So, what I'm seeing here, and it made a pattern. All right, the first thing we ever got on the Dev Diaries was February 29th. That's when they first kind of told us what was going on. All right, then the next thing we got was the 1st of April. We got nothing in March because, of course, we had March. We had a lot going on in March. Um, we had the World Cup's cap was going on. We had St. Patty's Day event was going on in March. So that they 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 slid through March without a peep. They were quiet because they had a lot going on. Now, okay, so we get April 4th, we get an update. Okay, the fish species, because that's a couple of things that they were wanted to let us. I mean, they kind of knew that on February 29th. We knew they were going to talk about the fish that we were getting, and they talked a little bit about the boats. Then we knew they were going to talk about the gear, which they haven't yet. Aha, still to come. Okay, the last milestone, the gear. Okay, the second milestone was, and I think this one here was more of just we need to throw something up here. Let's throw this up. So let's talk about what they threw up for us. Let's dissect this because I love this. I love this because it tells us a lot about where they're at. Right away, they're choking. We set out to create a great ocean map, blah, 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 all this, the new world, endless possibilities. So they let us know exactly that what they tried to do was possibly undoable. Okay, so we praise them for no matter what they give us. All right, we wanted players to feel, of course you did. But let us tell you, turning that dream, okay, now it's how hard it was. Okay, all right, we understand that because, of course, they had to invent it from scratch. Well, yeah. And the problem, once again, came down to the mathematics and buoyancy issues with saltwater versus freshwater. I mean, these guys are smart. I mean, this is a good game. I mean, I expected them to have problems with this. It's not easy. Saltwater is not the same displacement. I mean, you're trying to make a realistic game. Well, then you got to have all this math stuff right, or it don't work. Looks like the same game. What's the difference? Well, the water. Guys, the water is very, very difficult to do. Look at, especially in a realistic type game, especially with a game that's got a graphics engine that's 15 years old. Look at some of the newer games that do water out there. That's a tough one. And it just is across all boards. I don't care what game you are. Look how Sea of Thieves is a big one. Look how it tackles it. Sea of Thieves' water is nowhere near as detailed and intricate as Fishing Planets is. And Fishing Planet's 15 years older. I'm sorry. So let's keep digging at this. Now, after months of hard work, we're getting closer to the finish line. Only closer. It's only closer. They still haven't told us about all the gear that we're going to get, which is the final one, which is probably going to come a month from this one. Okay? So, discovering the immensity. Well, we don't really care. Yes, we understand it's immense. However, water's water. You make the water work for 1 square mile, it works on the whole map. And you're not going to render the whole damn map at the same time anyway. There's no way in hell. So that there it comes in. It's not so much the development is the development. Where these guys are going to get in trouble is, did they get the math right for this rendering? How much of this ocean water is going to be rendered for each player? And will their servers handle? So that's what we're going to see. How far away can you really see on that boat before you have to drive to? That's it's just what it is. They can't put graphics up for you're not going to be able to get in a crow's nest and see the whole 200 kilometers through the binoculars, I doubt very seriously. So they're getting there, in my opinion. They're getting there. We still have the equipment for them to deliver for us yet in another dev diary. So I see that probably coming the 1st of June. Um, Maybe we'll see that the equipment dev diary. They told us all about the immensity of the water, and the water looks pretty cool. I love it. I think it looks great. And everything they talk about is exactly right. The difference in the night between night and day, and the winds, and how, and they had to make it work on this old game. They had to incorporate a bunch of different stuff. Understood. I understand the intricacy of this. Not a problem for me there. Just get it right. Now, here's what gets me though: control panel devices. Buck, I'm a big stickler on how these electronics in Fishing Planet aren't no damn good. And I'm a little bit concerned already with our electronics here. Now, let's notice, folks. We got our engine controls and everything that runs our boat over here off to the left. That's pretty good. RPMs on each engine, dual engines. Pretty cool. You got your depth finder here that's showing fish at depth in the water column. So that's kind of cool. I like that. All right. Now, okay, you can switch over obviously from depth finder fish thing over to your GPS, so you know where you're going. Hopefully, now we've got a fish finder out here that's more of a radar area. Now, from what I understand, you're supposed to be able to tell a little bit about depth with this too. And if we get a close up here, you can see some of the fish are at different colors. So I'm thinking that might be over here, might be different depth of fish on your radar here. And of course, your echo finder is still giving you everything there in the water column. Now, here's what concerns me. I'm looking at all this electronics here, and I don't see anything that's giving me a direction anywhere in any of the electronics. Okay? I don't see anything up in here that's giving me nautical navigation except for this compass in the middle. Now, this compass isn't moving. Right? This boat's moving. It's changing direction. Is anybody fixing that? That's kind of important. The compass doesn't work on a boat, and we're in the middle of the ocean with no landmarks. I think the compass is pretty important. Let's get a little close up there. You know, here he's out here. What? Now he's driving. He's headed west. Why is the compass pointing north? Most of the GPSs in the game, everything points north. The maps, so you know north, south, east, to west. I think we're headed west here. The compass is pointing north. I think that could create some problems for folks. I don't know. Just saying. Let's hope they get that fixed. We're worried about the damn birds. Maybe we're going to have to drop breadcrumbs. All right, so we got wildlife here. Okay, that's cool. We'll be able to find tuna by tuna jumping up in the air and the birds. All right, I'm liking that. Not a problem there. What else we got? Oh, and we got our navigation buoys. I'm sure you're going to have to pay gold for them. It's going to be like marker buoys. How many do we get for 33 gold or 100 gold? But they're probably going to be way more than that because these are also fast travel points. And from what I can understand, you're allowed 100 on one waterway, on this waterway. So you can put 100 of these travel points up. If you're allowed that many, I'm sure they're making money somehow on that deal. All right, so we got those travel points, quick trips. Down here, 100. No more than 100 navigational buoys on a body of water. Okay, cool. I like it though. I still like it. It's pretty cool. Navigational buoys. Zoom right in, get over there to that. Okay. Real objects in the water. All right, and you can see them when they come up at night. You got red. Well, I don't see. Maybe if you get close to them, I think you'd be able to fast travel them by just pulling them up anywhere. I don't know. Maybe you have to be close to one in order to be in it to fast travel to another area. We'll find out how that exactly works because it didn't give a good idea of how that works. And of course, our marinas, and for coach now, you can crash into the big luxury liner if you want, coach. I'm sure you'll find a way to get through that thing and get off the map. So, good luck on that one, buddy. All right. What else? And that's pretty much it. There was our Dev Diaries, April 4th, the 29th, and this guy. So, I'm thinking maybe, guys, another month, and then we'll get another Dev Diary on the equipment. Then that'll pretty much handle everything. What else are they going to tell us at this point? I don't know. All right, Buck. Get that back over here. There we are. So, that's what's in the news. That's Buck's 2 cents on. Close that up. Now let's bring Fishing Planet back up, Buck. There we go, and we're back to our beautiful music. Uh-oh, you ran out of a license there, Buck. You have to get that between shows. So, we're here in the Amazon. While we're here, I thought, I still got the same sticks, guys. So, let's talk a little bit about what you got over here, Buck. You need that over there, so it's you. And then you need to click on this. Why isn't your mouse moving over there? Huh, there we are. Some fish, that'll work, huh? Ah, that worked. Next Dev Diary and rods and reels and baits and lures. Well, that's what I imagine is coming. How's it go? Nebula. Finally, he's pulled himself out of the gaming world. We thought we lost you there for a minute, buddy. Good to have you back. But he went down the rabbit hole. All right, guys. Well, we got a couple of fish here. Like I said, we're gonna hit two. We're gonna hit two of the spawn-in joints. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. We're gonna hit two here tonight. We're gonna start off over on the Stilled Hut. We'll fish there for a little bit. What kind of fish are we going after? Well, we got flagtail procelotus, the flagtail procelotus, Oscar, the banded and non-banded raccoon minnow, red-eye piranhas over there, speckled peacock bass is over there. I didn't put them piranhas up. I'm not giving them any showtime. It's bad. They get enough showtime during the stream. Ripsaw cat's over in this area. You can grab that guy up. The papa's over here. The Orinoco, peacock bass, Trahara. The red-tailed cuda, barracuda, is over in these waters. So we've got quite a bit of the fish. Octron. How's it going, my friend? Things are well. Thank you. Hope everything is well with you also. So there's a lot of fish in these two little areas that we're going to get to, and we'll be able to fish. So not a whole lot of big ones. The other ones that's in here in that we'll be able to pick up on. There's arapaima, okay, over in the Stilled Hut. So you can grab some arapaima there. You can actually hit that arapaima right from the dock. It's a little bit out there. You got to reach out there a little bit. It's about 265 feet off that dock, but you can hit them up. So we'll be hitting them up there. I got my canoe over there just in case we want to get out a little bit and mosey around. We might mosey around when we go catch. I got a little peacock bass spot over there. I don't think we can reach it from the dock. I haven't tried to yet. Hi, Micah. Just went on fishing, okay? Okay, buddy. What about Baikuda, Jakunda, and Bayara? Now, the Bayara is in this spot over here. I've caught them. Now, I know, Coach, you've been fishing that hole for a while. I don't know if you've fished more today or not. I haven't landed. I'm sure that you'll be able to catch somewhere in this hole. The Jakunda. I know I've caught the Bayara on a walker last night, so he's in there. I've caught the Ornico speckle, actually where we're going to fish off the dock. That bass. What else was in there? I think I actually got the butterfly bass in there also in this same hole. So we'll see how many we nab up when we go over there. So let's go over. We'll go over live. Oh, baits. Let's talk about the baits, Buck. You didn't pull that up. First of all, there we go. Baits for these guys that you want to take, guys. Must have baits. Then I'll go over some of the other ones that work. Make sure you got large minnows. Make sure you got small minnows. Red worms. Banded araku minnows for bait. Crickets. Dead lambari is a must. Now, for tonight, the dead lambari is not a must. These, I'm saying, must-have baits. If you're going to come to this waterway, the dead lambari fish, you're going to catch all your catfish on. You got another Spanish friend. Oh, wonderful. So, that's why I say the lambari fish is a must-have, because every one of the catfish in this waterway, they like that bait, and they'll hit on it. So that's a must-have bait. The crickets. Your crickets will kill everything in here. All your small to medium-sized panfish. Also, another one, if you've got it, is the dead lambari. Or talk about the Dobson fly larva. Another great bait. Another great bait. What was the other one you had underlined here, Buck, that you wanted to talk about? Small minnows, you had them, red worms, blah, 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 blah. Oh, while we're doing that, we're talking about the baits. Oh, swim baits. And then we'll go over there and look, because they actually don't have too bad of a bait shop down here. A lot of the bait shops suck for the waterways, like San Joaquin. Man, that's pitiful for the fish that's in that waterway, and you go to that bait shop and what they have on the counter in that bait shop. They need to burn that bait shop down and rebuild it. Well, we're not there though. Let's talk about the mission lures a little bit. All right, lures for this, guys. Swim baits, mouse lures, poppers, walkers. Now that's for these two particular holes that we're going to fish in. Bass jigs you can use, buzz baits you can use, crankbaits. Okay, digging spoons are on the list. Not. I don't use a lot of the jigging spoons over here. Narrow spoons, of course, you always have them in your bag. Your swim baits, your topwater lures, your poppers, walkers, mouse lures, surface lures here in the Amazon work very, very well. That's for sure, and that's for even the bass. Those walkers and poppers work real well. I know Coach is a big fan of weightless for these panfish. He does, and he's been snagging them up. So I gotta give him dibs on that one. Thumbs up for Coach on this one. But guys, take an ultralight down here. You can come down here with an ultralight. Don't put a weight on it. Just put a number 4 offset hook on it with a 1-inch craw. And I believe he was using the glow in the dark one, right, Coach? You were using that glow in the dark one, that claw, 1-inch claw, and these Oscars and these smaller fish was tearing it up. And I told him I gotta get my. I didn't bring an ultralight with me, or I'd already be doing it. But I'm sure that's got to be a lot of fun. So that's something else that you can take with you. I mean, if you end up down here on the Amazon and you got lightweight gear, well, there you go. There's a solution to your problem, and you'll have a lot of fun with that. That's for sure. Oh, he says the pumpkin green. So go with the pumpkin green, guys. There you go. I'm sure that'll be a good one. So let's jump over there. Let's jump over there live, Buck, and just talk about what you've got here. Oh, easy now, Buck. We're going over there. All right, 7. All right. Let me do that. All righty, buddy, you're there. So I got my dead end gang. You know, we were here for the bull shark and arapaima, so I still have these sticks right here. You won't lose me. All right. So we got a couple of bottom rods here, and like I said, these are my arapaima sticks loaded up with just different baits and different size hooks, real quick. That's all. Another one for an arapaima, and then a match rod for anything. So I've been catching a lot of stuff on this match rod. So I have a decent match rod here, and my spinning rod here. It's a little overkill for here. I shouldn't have brought this. I'll tell you, you can get away with half this stick as far as the spinning rod goes. You bring a Zeus or Zeus is going to work for you. You know, really, it'll handle it. This guy works, but he's overkill. XP's terrible with him, but that's all right. I'm not out there fishing for big, huge fish with it, so you know I'm not getting any. You know, I'm not getting that great XP. Now for panfish, these guys are perfect. You know, a little Lake Pro. That's just what I've been fishing with, and I'm catching trophy flat whiskered catfish on this. You know, it's 15-pound setup. That's all, but it works for all this fish. I mean, everything up there. I'm not catching. You know, and I have my match rods and bottom rods for the trihars and the arapaimas over there. And this little 7.5 pounder here is 8-pound stick right here, 8-pound gear. He catches everything. That's my float rod. Catches everything. I mean, he's landed all this. We got a pretty decent fish net on us here tonight. So these sticks have managed to handle everything we needed. We didn't do too bad today for this day. So those are the kind of sticks that we've got going on. That's what we're going to fish with tonight. What'd you do there, Buck? I'm just looking. Oh, look at that. 28 minutes. How'd you make that happen? Hey, Buck, I'm coming. Oh, now you're coming. You need to make up your mind now. Oh, your buddies dumped out on you. Ah, I know. Well, good. I'm glad you're going to be there, Michael. We'll have fun. I'm already here, as you can tell. Bring your canoe. All right, guys. Let's see your map. We got all that. We just got to go get ourselves a license over here, and we'll see how much of these fish that we can yank up here tonight. We'll be back at 8 o'clock. Okay, Buck, can you swap that back over there? There we are. We'll be back at 8 o'clock to start this fishing trip. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to punch the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. The bell gets you reminded when we put a new one out. I've been putting out too many videos lately. I mean, the actual videos. Haven't had a whole lot to shoot videos on. We'll try to get back to some of that. We've been doing a lot of hunting videos, so make sure you check out the hunting side of the house too. Hunting streams on Tuesday night. All right, guys. We will be back 8 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching. Never, ever give up the fight. We'll see you later.